I think that, well, I want to be clear. I think that we can say there is a trend, right? We've had, since the summer, we've had consistent growth. It got pretty slow, but the trend is growth right now. And lately there's been that trend of acceleration in the growth. The growth has been happening faster and faster. And I think that, here at AVIXA, we think that the growth will continue and that we'll also see acceleration. So that long-term growth plus acceleration, getting more like back towards that 60, over the 60 mark in 2021. That said, I mean, I think what we do want to be cautious about is that there's still a lot going on with the pandemic right now, with economic weakness, that don't take it to the bank that just because this month was better than last month was better than the previous month, next month is going to be better than this month. Like, we're going to be disappointed by a couple of numbers in 2021. That's beyond a doubt. So I think we have to be a little bit cautious, even as we do talk about there being definite trends of like there's a growth trend right now. There's an acceleration trend of late. I'm not sure how far out I'm going to predict that acceleration trend. Towards the end of 2021, I expect us to be ahead of the 57.2 mark we're at this month. Do I predict that next month? I'm not gonna go out on that limb yet. But overall, some positivity with that acknowledgement that we're still in a really tough environment for the economy in general, for AV in particular. So expect the occasional off number for sure.
Yeah, there's something that Peter's reported on this in some of our macroeconomic reports too, the VIX index or the volatility index. And so that's what you expect, right? You expect a lot more up and down. And so I would even go out on a limb and say, we're probably going to see some of the highest values in our index over the next year. I wouldn't be surprised if we're near unanimous growth rates in some months. And that's really going to show you that at that point, the recovery has reached virtually every sector, right? Every provider, with few exceptions. There'll always be exceptions, but we're going to see near unanimous, even if we see those also counterpoints, the bobbles where it tips below 50%, just because some companies have a great, let's say it's a February or a March, and then April, it looks a little slow for whatever, either kind of between a customer acquisition phase. That's possible. So I think our own VIX, our own beta, whatever metric you want to use, our volatility, our variability will probably increase this year. As Peter noted, it's been actually a fairly steady trend to positive and higher numbers for our index. But as you go through a more pronounced recovery, it's probably a little bit more wavy, just as we go forward. That's theoretical. Anyway, we'll see how that goes out. So maybe you'll get the Peter prediction and the Sean prediction as we go forward. But I certainly will go on record as saying I won't be surprised if we see some peak values too. It's not wouldn't be unlikely. We've seen it in the past where we just knew and saw and heard about strong waves going through the market. And so, we got well above 60. I don't think we ever hit 70 to my recollection, but it's not out of possibility for the index.